A recent study found a very strong correlation between women who have 4 or more tattoos and higher self-esteem. Now remember, they found a correlation, so this could just be a coincidence based on this one study. However, the results are still interesting. The title of the study is Tattoos, Gender, and Well-Being Among American College Students, and they looked at over 2,300 college students to see if there's any type of, connection or correlation between tattoos and self-esteem. The study itself tested the correlations between escalating numbers of tattoos and depression, suicide ideation or thoughts of suicide, number of suicide attempts, and self-esteem. Now, these women had a significant elevation in their reports of 1 or more previous suicide attempts. However, them getting tattoos might have been a way of kind of taking charge of their own body. According to Jerome Koch, a researcher and sociology professor, what we may be seeing is women translating that awareness into empowerment. We know women sometimes replace a surgically removed breast, for example, with elegant body art. We wonder if more tattoos might be a way of reclaiming a sense of self in the wake of an emotional loss, evidenced by a suicide attempt. Researchers explain that tattoos are a credible healing mechanism, which I was actually completely unaware of. So I think that studies like this are really, really important because there is still like this old school stigma when it comes to tattoos, and it's important to move away from that. Like, I personally don't like the way tattoos look, which is why I haven't gotten one, but I respect people who want to make that choice and do it because they love the artistic element of it. They love the way that it helps them express themselves. I think it's a great thing. I want people to stop, creating like taboos regarding tattoos and stop treating people with tattoos as if they're like criminals or something. You still see that all the time, like employers don't want to hire people who have visible tattoos. That's just one example. Let's get beyond it, okay? It's a form of art, it's a form of self-expression. I'd like to see some more progress in that sense. Colin, what do you think? Make your point.
Yeah, I agree with what you just said. I do think that it is something that's been associated with fringe culture and counterculture, punk rock and this rock and roll that the kids with their long hair are wearing. But I think part of that association is that it has been construed as something that is hiding yourself from the world.
Yes.
Whereas in reality, I think in a lot of cases it's amplifying what's inside and you feel that you're not expressing necessarily as easily or intuitively or latently. So having tattoos and having maybe more tattoos allows you to express more facets of yourself to more people without even having to talk to them. So I think it makes sense.
Yes, that's such a great point. I mean, nonverbal communication is so important, and the way we look, the way we carry ourselves says a lot about who we are. And so tattoos are just one way of doing that.
Totally.
Yeah. Hank, make your point.
I love this study, and to your point, I had a very dear friend who died very young of cancer a few weeks ago, and she, before she died, she had wanted to get a tattoo that's, I believe I think it was Let It Be, or it was a John Lennon. It was her mantra. She knew she was dying, that things were going to be okay. And I believe that brought a lot of healing to her family, and it made her feel good. It was about wellness of life. And I love when I hear women who have had breast cancer and they get reconstructive surgery and they get that nipple tattooed on there. And I think that those are obviously the very endearing reasons, but I think, hey, if you want SpongeBob on your back, you should be able to do that too. If he makes you feel empowered, I say more power to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. How do you alter your physical appearance in order to express yourself? Colin?
Subtly. I don't have any tattoos, but I recognize the art form. I like them on other people. I think that's kind of like painting on yourself, and I prefer more of like the sculpting, I guess.
Yeah.
So like by working out, by choosing how you live your life, what you eat, things like that. You can kind of get the shape and the aesthetics, the composition that you want. So for me, it's more about that, because that way I can change it over time. I can adjust based on how I'm feeling, what I think looks good, that type of thing.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. I think that I express myself through the sculpting thing, but also the way I dress. So sometimes I'll dress really sexy in like tight clothes, and it's because I'm feeling sexy that day. Sometimes I'll just wear jeans and flats, and it's because I just kind of want to be low key, and I'm expressing myself as like a hermit that day, right? Like that's how I like to express myself.
Different sides of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Fashion is, people make fun of fashion a lot, but it is very important if you want to present yourself in certain ways, right?
Absolutely.
Hank, what about you?
Well, I do have some tattoos. I'll show you one that's very conveniently placed.
Oh, okay.
This right here, can the camera get that?
Yeah, we got it. What is that?
So that's Ana Kasparian in Gaelic.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no,
You know that one of my ex-boyfriends had Anna on his ankle.
was it you? Was
Yeah,
it for
of course
you?
it was
Oh
me.
my God.
It's like wrong spelling or something.
Yeah, it was the right spelling.
That is so crazy. Yes,
Yeah.
no, that actually says Eli, who's my dog, and Eli is just some,
That's
it's
awesome.
one of those things where it's, people are like, oh, you rescued him, and he's so lucky, and you saved his life, and I was like, no, he rescued me,
Oh
he
my
saved. It's one of
gosh.
the, any dog owner will attest to that.
Yeah.
They come into your life and they change it forever, and Eli. I mean, I barely had enough food to feed myself. I think it was actually financially irresponsible for me to get a dog, but we got through it, and now we're doing okay. So I see it. I say it like he's the first man to ever love me and accept me for who I am. So that's that. And then
What kind of dog is he?
Black Labrador. I'll send a picture. We can put him up. I love him. And then on a very superficial thing, glasses. I age up and down about 5 years, depending on when I'm wearing glasses. And because of my acting jobs, I'm often playing teenagers or college students, and so there'll be no glasses. And then if I have to age up or look smart or be taken a little seriously, like on a news show, I'll put on some glasses.
Oh my God, I wish I
That's
had
the
your
trick.
problem. I wish I was like, oh God, I just look too young.
Try these. These are a super small
I don't know what to do.
prescription. Yeah.
These are really cute, actually.
They're really cute.
Oh, you guys both wear those
They
well.
go good with your outfit.
You're
and
not getting
everything,
those back.
Anna.
You're not
I've been a naughty, naughty student. These are actually really nice. I gotta find out.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, tell us what you think about this story, and also share your personal stories. How do you express yourself physically? Do you like tattoos? Have they helped you get through personal issues in your life? We do want to hear from you. We love hearing from you. So comment in the section below, and we'll see you soon. Hey guys, I have an awesome new announcement for you. Turns out that The Point will be hosted on the video platform watchable.com. All you have to do is go to watchable.com and search for The Point, and boom, you'll see our videos, you'll see our content, and we really want to make sure that The Point is available on all these different and awesome, great platforms. So take a look, tell us what you think, and we'll see you soon.